you know.
Yeah, I think so too. Let me put mute everybody. I think so too. The main idea here is, following the volume from Friday. Usually on Sunday afternoon, on Sunday night for me, which markets open. Usually what you get is the carryover for those orders. So this move to the upside is quite expected based on the level we were trading by market close on Friday, 1850, basically market close roughly in this area right here, the 50.30 something, but you can call that 1850. So just based on the fact that price broke down the 50 and managed late in the session, with no volume at all, and managed to close above the 50, there's, I'll say, like a 90% chance that we will retest that 50. And like you said, like a break below this area, even below this area right here, to grab more liquidity for this daily candle can give us that push. Something that is dangerous here, in total honesty, is the 4-hour candles, man. 4-hour candles is this candle right here is low volume in the session, right? With is in session basically. Now this candle right here, if you have to call this candle, you have to call it your confirmation of support. Confirmation of support is happening at the critical key level here, the 1850. Therefore, there's a 90% chance to retest that confirmation of support. Why is there's a 90% chance to retest that confirmation of support? For the simple fact that this candle right here respected the high, respected the low, and this candle created a brand new range. Now this is a beautiful candle coming from London volume. Therefore, the 4-hour candle already did the retest to this candle right here, and the moment price is leading. The problem is that the range is pretty tight. You don't want to be trading, from this specific area to this area. We're talking roughly 20 pips. It's pure, it's good shit. This is pure range. It's nothing. It's not worth it to trade it. This can be something good for cowboys, whatever. Quick 15, 10 pips and be done. Other than that, this confirmation of support, can be retested, but needs to be respected. What if this candle, since the London volume gave you the rejection from the daily high, basically, and created that resistance, this can be your confirmation of resistance. If this candle managed to break the confirmation of support here, and later in the session, 9:30, whatever, after these candles already retested the resistance candle and closed bearish, then yeah, we may see a beautiful drop toward this area overall. The daily candles here, the main contention here is the one that we need to pay attention, the 41 area. Why? If price goes back and retest this area right here, break the daily low from yesterday, can give us, like 30 to 40 pips to retest this area. If it's giving you rejection from here, call it a day. Don't look for anything else because it's dangerous. If we don't have volume, we're not going to be able to break those lows, especially because of the 50 key level here. And to the left-hand side in the dailies, you may don't notice, but this area, right? Let me grab this here. This area right here can hold the session forever, can easily hold that support forever. So trading below the 50 to the 48 with confirmations, and I will need a 15-minute candle confirmation because the volume is pretty low at this point. I don't have that confirmation to trade based on the 5 minutes, so I have to move one time frame above the 5 minutes, and in this case is the 15 minutes. So having a 15-minute candle body closing below that 50 can be dangerous. Why? Because that 50-minute candle may be just 20, 30 pips in volume. And what do I need if I had to look for that continuation to retest the previous daily low? Trading below this area, maybe having a candle that can look like under 15 minutes, right? Unless the volume started increasing later on. But having a 15-minute candle that can be something like this. Trading at the break of the low after the retest is done, you need to be really careful because it's approaching to a previous daily low. If we don't have enough volume and we don't have a 5-minute later on when the volume start kicking in the market, like around 9:30, 9:45, if we don't have a close below this area right here, all they can give you is pins in this area. rejections, rejections, rejections from there, and we can stay here forever, you know, just trying to catch a move. And basically we don't have any business trading in this specific range. Is danger. It's you know, it's just feeding the market. We want a price to give us confirmations and get those moves ASAP, getting those moves in maybe 3 minutes, and before the 5-minute candle close, get out, you know, because in the last 2 minutes, you guys already have seen these moves, you know, the first 3 minutes of the candle drop, and then in the last 2 minutes reverse. Like, look at this candle. Let's see how this candle behaved. You know, like I said, it's not worth it. You know, I'm not planning to take any trades unless I see something nice at this point. That candle right there. What happened with this candle? This one right here, from the break of like a cowboy, right? From the break of that of those lows right there, 6 pips. Take out maybe 3 pips in a spread, is roughly 2 pips. And what? In the last 2 minutes, you need to close ASAP. You know, in the last 2 minutes, that candle will reverse. The information is there. It's over and over again. These candles right here, the 30-minute candle, the 730, 730, 731, 2, 3, 4 rejection. This candle right here, another rejection. It's dangerous. You know, trading inside a range like this is dangerous. You're just playing with fire, and the one who's making the money is your broker, not your account. So be wise. You know, wait for volume. You know, wait for anything that can close and break can break and close above this previous daily high. From here, you will have like 20 pips, really easy to the upside. Counter trending, yeah, it's counter trending the previous daily candle. But you know, at this point, the main idea here is that we are trading inside this range, so we can trade here, you know, the whole month. If we have a structure in the lower times and then we have enough range to trade, yeah, we will go for it. Like I said on the weekly outlook, we can be here forever. We can stay here the whole month and next month as well. We don't have any break and close above these previous areas of rejections. We don't have any business, you know, holding positions for longer in this area right here. Now, this drop was really nice. And that drop right there was corrected with this candle right here, rejecting, and this was the rejection from the 1830. Now this is your support, confirmation of support. It's okay, the same way with the 4-hour candles there, going back to retest the confirmation of support, no more than that. So this, on the daily, this is the play. You know, the confirmation of support can be retested. How can be retested? With the confirmations on the 4 hours. And this 4-hour candle here from London gave you the resistance already. Now, this candle is the one that needs to break this low right here to give you that full retest to the previous daily and a continuation to the downside, hopefully. But we don't need to be heroes here. We can wait. We can sit on our hands. We can do analysis today. We can open this session as a Q&A session, questions and answers. You know, if we don't have volume, it's not worth it to take any trading here. Trust me on this. I have seen this and crazy things, you know, for a long time. If we don't have closings above the previous range, we don't have any business trading in this area right here. The range is pretty tight. That's your main resistance at this point. We are approaching to New York session open. You know, that's the one that can give you that push to the upside. Other than that, it's dangerous. You can waste all your bullets here now. And when the real move will happen, maybe 9:30, 9:45, then you don't have any bullets left. So be wise.
Yeah, I've seen like Ted doing similar trades when like in this case we have like this kind of supports being respected, higher supports on the 5 minutes. That like I used to remember he takes like 5 minutes buys. Like in this case, he will take, if for example right now we will have like a 5-minute buy, he will be already like in some position here or like right here. And basically he will be like targeting this high and basically some continuation. We talked about it like way back, and you basically explained that it's kind of risky and you don't like going in at like pre-NY and basically some sort of guessing before the push happens.
Yeah, exactly that.
Hey, Kerwin.
Hey, how are you, Fadi?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, brother.
Question for you. If you look at these candles at like midnight one above the 1855, yeah, all these candles above and they closed right under 1855, which was the London high. Don't you consider these candles as like a fake out?
Yes. I mean, the fake out makes sense coming from the upside.
Yeah.
Reason why is because the previous daily close heavy, heavy bearish. So
Yeah.
it's okay to have pullback, and if you don't have enough confirmations, you don't buy against a daily candle. You know,
Okay.
in this area, it's quite messy. The range is not worth it. You know, let's be honest,
Mhm.
the range is not worth it. Like having a trade above this area, trading the top of the range, aiming for a push, unless you get lucky enough that all of a sudden volume picks up from out of nowhere, then we can have a push to the 60. But that's guessing. That's gambling basically, because you don't have that confirmation. The confirmation you have here is to sell call today. You know, the
Yeah, I'm
previous
selling.
daily closed bearish. This candle already gave you the resistance, and therefore there's a huge chance for a continuation to the downside. May happen. The
Yeah.
move may happen, or all of a sudden a random move to the upside, thanks to the New York volume, not because of any confirmations you may have here. You know, for buys,
Mhm.
the only confirmation you have is that this 50 right here is still holding really nice. But I would love to see, you know, a drop first and a body of the candle closing all of a sudden with a long wick above the 50, and therefore buying the 50. If the wick is maybe 20 pips below the 50, maybe 48, the wick coming from the 48, then you can easily plan your trade, like something like this, for example, for New Year session in this area, having a drop, and all of a sudden that candle closing with a body above the 50. Therefore, this will be your stop loss there, and you buy the top of that candle and your stop loss. You have to risk it for the biscuit with 20 pips, aiming for maybe 40, maybe 30, managing that trade, securing that trade at any given point, you know, in the middle of the range, which is roughly the 53 area. But other than that, it's dangerous, man. I'm not planning to take any trades. Like I said, I don't like what the price is doing currently. This is, you know, just pure range. I don't like it at all. If you guys have any idea, or you guys are already in any trade, feel free to speak, and let's have a conversation why you took that trade and what is the things that you're expecting from your trade. Don't be shy. But this area right here is the heavy contention, and the problem here is that even leaving that specific area from previous data here, we have a contention to the left hand side. This area right here can be nasty. I think last month, yeah, this is the one. All that area right there, say nasty area. So, you know, what are the odds if this daily managed to break and close below those plenty of rejections there, and trading below that 50 or trading above the 55 was the, you know, the idea there, trading from the 55, unless price is breaking that 58, then we may see a move up. You know, other than that, it's dangerous. Remember the 15-minute candles rejection was basically in this area right here a couple of weeks ago. These rejections right here. Messy range. It's not it's not even worth it to watch this. Yeah, yeah, it's a holiday.
That's just a big accumulation for us to sell, man, you know, because right now they're just gonna hold that low, right? They're
Mhm.
just gonna hold that low. with expectation that, okay, so majority of retail traders are going to be looking at 1855 for a breakout. So the major so as soon as they get a breakout, let's say we happen to break above 1855, we might have a little bit of scalp to that that bit of last bullish candle on the left, right there on the left. We might get a bit of scalp up to 1860. So now people are gonna be thinking, hey, we're bullish, buy gold, and because they're already committed, buying from 1848 Friday, 1850 last night, 1851 New York, we just could get a nice big reversal, you know. Holding the low of 1850 being a key area, looking back to the past, you know, based on you saying it's a nasty range. That is because it's a key level, you know, it's a psychological level. It's a level that people are gonna be looking at for a buy. It's gonna be people gonna be looking at for a sell on both sides, you know. So if it's gonna indeed sell, we're gonna hold. We're gonna even like right now we're creating higher lows, which is like a confirmation for buyers, you know. So all of that could be leaning more to a sell side. But I do believe if the order flow is down, right, price is gonna hold below those past major levels no matter what. Like that, those nasty levels that you have to the left, like 1857, 1855 and lower, 1850 and lower. Price is gonna just keep breaking down, holding support, breaking down, holding support, and people are just gonna keep trying to buy it. You know, every time they hold the support and go up a little bit, it's gonna go lower. They're gonna hold the support, go up a little bit, it's go lower, you know.
Yeah. The classic, a classic move in here will be a fake move to the upside, like a candle closing above this this area right here, maybe retesting that 57, and the next candle closing again below that resistance right there. But until that happens, we don't have, you know, we don't have that information yet. All is, you know, at this point it is pure guessing, like having a 15-minute candle or 5-minute candle with New York volume doing something like this, a new candle right there. Since this is a previous area of rejection and the 58 as well, then maybe a candle pushing, trying to push higher than that, and all of a sudden giving you a close like this. Since then, if that happens, this will be, you know, drop, retest, maybe price retesting this area right here. And the moment I have, after the rejection happens from this high, and then the closing below that 57, then price trying to break again what was a previous daily high. And the moment I have 2 5-minute candles giving me the confirmation there, I will start selling this thing, maybe dropping to the 50 right there. That will be the main idea for today. That's the only trade that I will be planning on. But I will need to wait for this candle to close, to the break happens, to the pullback to happen, and then the confirmation. It can be a long ass session here waiting for that setup, you know, but it's dangerous. For me, it's dangerous. Counter trending a daily candle from Friday, I rather look for continuation to the downside, like looking for a downside move at this point is worth it for me.
Yeah, staying on that 15-minute context, that's exactly what I'm waiting for. It's just that I'm starting to question if, for example, we have like that bullish candle as you explained, and the next the bearish candle that you drawn, instead we have like this some sort of like what like we explained, the sexy candle, that we just the contrary of it, like we will have like some sort of a mini resistance right here, and as soon as price starting to break to the upside, would you like be more keen to take the buys regarding that we have now this kind of continuation structure?
Depending the body of the closing that I'm having above that resistance right there, if the body of the candle gives me less than 20 pips in body, yeah, because my upside is limited. So buying the 57, buying the 58 to the 60, I will need at least to have a 1-to-1 risk reward, and it's dangerous because we are counter trading a previous daily candle. I have no doubt there's a huge chance for price to give us that push to the 60, you know, before anything else. But I need, if the candle that is giving me the confirmation is, let's say 25, 30 pips, because the volume is picking up, unless it's impulsive entry and depending the body of the candle, then yeah. Other than that, no, because if that candle, for example, even a candle that may look like this with a long body there, in the candle closing like this with a substantial body. Why? Because the pullback, I can expect a pullback to the previous resistance area right there, no more than that. If that candle is respecting and giving me that Wakefield, then yeah, I can, excuse me, I can try it impulsive here, aiming for a new higher at that point. But this, from this area to this area right here, after the pullback is completed, this will be my stop loss there, and my stop loss needs, this volume right here literally needs to be like, I will say, 15 pips or less. If it's more than 15 pips, then no, because I know that I have limited move to the upside. I will need to be really lucky to have a huge move, 20, 30 pips in 1 5-minute candle. Other than that, can be really dangerous because I'm counter trending a previous daily candle. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, gents. So, to add to what the guy was saying about buying gold just now, any fast moves to the low to take out Friday's low and then closing back above 1850, only then buys are gonna make sense to me because that's just gonna look like just like a liquidity swipe, taking out those lows, and then we could be really good for buys. I would not even try buying that thing above 18. Any closes above 1855 or even 18. The next high you have there, the next yellow line. I wouldn't even try buying above that. No tries on that.
No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like I said, you will need to be really lucky today to get those buys, like easy buys.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, man. But I was looking at an analysis from a good friend of mine. He sent me a picture, and he's expecting sells all the way down to about 17. So he was counting 3 levels of drop, and he's expecting that right now gold is in a phase of creating 3 levels of drop with the like the formation of an M there. So he's expecting right now that gold is going to keep farming lower prices below 1800 to about, I think, 1760. 1760. Yep. Right. But below 1800, below he look sorry, before he starts looking for buys. Somehow right now the dollar, right, based on correlation, the dollar is seeming a bit bullish. All right, and the dollar has got some highs to create, and once the dollar continues to do that, gold is going to just keep breaking down with creating these lows to cause people to want to fall for the buys to continue to break down. So we just got to be careful with any counter trending. I would not even go counter trending gold. It already created, it already broke down from Friday. It already kept closing lower.
Yeah,
at least on a 4-hour.
Yeah, the main problem here is that London high, not breaking, not closing above that London high, is dangerous. This confirmation here, man, this is, by the way, for the ones who mark the London high, London low. When I'm talking about London high or London low, I'm not referring specific to the session. Like I'm not referring for the specific opening or the highest for the London high at that point. London high may be, in this area, the 54. But when I'm talking about the London high, I'm talking about the confirmation of the candle. This is, my strategy is based a lot on how the London candle behaves. If the London candle is giving you a resistance, therefore you don't have any business looking for buys unless price is giving you a break and close above that London high, like above this candle right here. This is your resistance. It's okay to pull back to that resistance, but only buys will, in a counter trending, like a daily candle right there. This is your confirmation to continue looking for that downside move overall for the next daily. Now you need a second candle that can give you the confirmation of resistance. The same thing that happens on a daily basis with lower time frames, right? Like for example, this was a drop, break of a sector here, heavy rejection, the resistance, confirmation of resistance here. The moment price is breaking that low, it gives you, quite easy moves to previous areas of rejections or previous areas of contention, like a the 1830. 1830 is pretty strong. Why I don't talk about the 1828.59 as a key level? No, because I know that the 1830 is the one that gave me the confirmations there. So let's be clear on that. When I'm talking about the London session high or London session low, I'm referring specifically to that 4-hour candle. Like, for example, the things that I do is I mark up that low, that low of that 4-hour, the high of the 4-hour. Having a body of the candle closing above this area can give you, 50 pips to the upside. Most of the times, if it's counter trending, at least 20. But if it's counter trending, now if it's going with the flow, this break can close below this area. If we didn't have previous areas of rejections and heavy contention like the 50, can give you 50 pip move to the downside. Yeah, that's a good idea, Amir.
Hey, good morning, Kerwin.
Morning, Matthew. How are you, brother? It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, I've been kind of in and out, just listening more.
Okay.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Good,
How's
brother.
your
And you?
weekend? Good,
man. Good.
Good.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. And you, brother?
good. Yeah. Just living life,
That's good.
Seems slow today. I don't know if there's
Yeah.
gonna be it's just 20 pips and close today. I
Oh.
don't see anything big if there's anything happening.
No, not really. Yeah. I'm planning more, looking for salts today if I have confirmations. Other than that, man, it's quite dangerous. This range is quite dangerous. It's low volume session. Man, we will need to get a lot of volume later on, and trading in this range is quite dangerous. Unless you trade the top of the range, the bottom of the range, but other than that, no, it's dangerous.
Yeah, and I don't love the way the last week closed as far as figuring out long term where this week's gonna go.
Yeah. Say like a nothing candles, say whole range.
Yeah, it could go to the top, but then at the end of the week, it still goes back down to the bottom of the range. So it's tricky.
Yeah.
Hey, Kerwin, do you know that spaceship pattern that Ted usually?
Man, that was back in the days of spaceship.
Yeah.
Like the rocket
Yeah,
ship.
the rocket, like the triangle has.
Yeah. No, but today looks like a messy situation here. And back in the days, what we used to draw is the rocket, what we call the rocket ship indicator is what we called it.
It's there right now, like on the 1 hour. To me, it seemed like it. That's why I wanted to ask.
And the rocket ship, something like this. That was back in the days.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Rocket ship indicator. That was back in the days, man.
What was it, an actual indicator, like an MT4 or something, or you guys just drew something on the chart?
Yeah. No, I was just joking around. No, not such an indicator. There's no such thing.
I
No.
never heard about that one. I'm trying to figure out how that one missed my peripheral.
Yeah, no. But nah, that was pure jokes.
Hey, so guys, this could be the move I was looking for, like for us to take out London highs to kind of give confirmation of buying. all right, to, you know, and close back below, as Kerwin was saying, to sell. You know, so by let's say 9 o'clock, maybe 9:30 or so,
Yeah.
you know, we get our volume, we can continue to push back down.
Yeah. This move is happening really clutch in here before the, you know, the rejection may happen. Just pay attention the last 5 minutes on this 15-minute candle here. This is the last 5 before that 15-minute candle close. If the fake out will happen, we'll be with this candle right here. Rejecting that 4-hour candle. If I had to be a cowboy today, I'll be selling any rejection in here and having a stop loss maybe 20 pips outside this area. But the candle that can give you that fake move is this 5-minute candle here. This is your move outside the resistance, and this is the one that don't respect the 50% of the candle, closely below that range, giving you the idea, okay, this is the high for the session on New York. Therefore, having this high right here and having the 4-hour candle, you need to trust the 4-hour candle high from London, basically, this one right here. It's okay to have that kind of push to the 4, but if it's not giving you a break and close above that 4, you don't have any business there looking for buys today. Let's see. 2 more minutes for the candle to close. Pay attention to the timing. It's really important. That rejection there from the 50 was good. Yeah, that rejection was good. It's less than the 50% there. Let's see. Yeah, and I will take over there. Yeah. This candle was the one that gives you the fake move. It will break the 50% of that candle, close below this area, and then you don't have any business. But if this candle is breaking the high from London, you need to be careful here, because this is your daily high, right? Therefore, 20 pips to the upside above that candle right there. Yeah. There you go. There you go. See how easy it is to spot those moves before they happen. It's like 10 pips only, roughly there. From this to the high of the candle right there.
Kerwin, this doesn't change your bias, eh? For
No,
sales?
not at all. No, not at all. 20.
So would this be considered like a second structure retest?
Yeah.
Or
No,
yeah?
no. This is a break. If this candle managed to take that really outside that London high, remember the 20 pips still there. Now, depending the anatomy of that candle right there, then you start paying attention to the 15 minutes, right? If a real continuation is there in the next 1 minute, this candle right there doesn't need to give you, you know, if you're planning for buys, that candle right there needs to give you that beautiful close. If the volume, if momentum is there, this candle doesn't have any business closing below that daily high. Therefore, if this candle is huge, you don't want to see a crazy candle pulling back, you know, more than this yellow line, which is roughly 17 pips from there. If the move is good. Now, if this is a fake move, all you will see is a new 15-minute candle not respecting that yellow line and closing below this area, and it's going, you know, most likely it's going downtown. But if the volume is fine, the moment this candle is breaking above that yellow line, you have the pullback to the 50% and this candle taking over the London candle high, there's a huge chance for that continuation to happen. That candle right there, just close side that resistance right there, maximum pullback. That candle is quite fishy though, but maximum pullback will be the low of this candle right there, which is roughly what, like 10 pips or so. Yeah, something like that, no more than that. If that candle, since the body of the candle is closing more than the 50% in rejection, that candle is breaking this low, this is your fake move in here. Other than that, if this candle pull back a little bit, not even to the low of that candle right there. Maybe, well, yeah, must be the low of the candle. Why? Because we don't have contention other than these areas right here. You know, so it's okay to pull back all the way up to this area right here, but no more than that. If it's breaking below this area right here, it's rejecting the daily high, it's giving you a fake move from the daily high, and we may see range between this area right here and all this area overall. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened there. Usually when you get when you get the continuation of the move, you get 20 pips really easy above the daily high. And for that candle right there, there's no more, I will say no more than these previous areas of rejection. Look, not even the key level at that point. The low of that candle and this specific area right there, no more than that. You don't want to see this candle breaking this low, literally. You don't want to see that. A previous 15-minute candle closes strong enough to tell you, we have volume for an upside move. Now, if it's a fake move, it won't respect this area right here, and we'll start closing below this area, and going back to the range right there.
Hey, Kerwin, well, while I was talking to you earlier, just something told me to place a sell limit at 1857 flat. Man, that thing got wicked, triggered.
Oh.
So now I'm just, just monitoring it because I'm in the position because of what I expected. I know they would have made that move so fast. I would not been able to market execute. So now I just need to monitor and move my stop.
Okay.
Secure.
Okay. Yeah.
I call those entries John Wick.
Yeah.
I took the same. I have 56 and 55 orders.
56 and 55.
Yeah, sells. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some Cowboys today.
Yeah. I see.
Secret Cowboys.
Yeah. Now, your current stop loss, guys. Where is the current stop loss that you guys are planning?
My stop loss is 1863. I would say
63.
liquidity area for Friday. Like look here. Look. The reason I'm putting it there is because I'm swinging goal. I'm not just putting my stop loss too close. That's just where my stop loss is. Above that bullish, like right around the close of that bullish candle to your left. No, not so far. To your right. To your right. Right there. Right there. To lower, slightly lower. The close. The close of the candle. That's where my stop loss is around.
Oh, the close of the candle. Wow. Okay.
I'm not swinging, so my stop loss is really the 10, like not 10 pips, but like 5 pips on top of this candle. Yeah, on top of that wick.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Something.
But if the move to the downside is legit, Kerwin, it needs to basically respect the 55 as a resistance and just keep dropping from there. Like we cannot close back above 55.
No. And reason I was asking you about the stop loss, if you have to be really picky with the stop loss, you don't want to see price literally trading above this rejection right there. If this is a valid fake out here for the session, price can easily come back to this area. I mean, maximum at this point, unless you have a close below this area, you can use this one right here. But if it's not giving you that close below that area right there, the maximum pullback you want to see is this area, the 56.
Yeah,
no more than that. Thanks to the daily candle from Friday, basically. This is why the sells makes a lot of sense today. Wow. Yeah, no, that 15-minute candle is looking nasty for a downside.
Like I'm learning to interpret. I've been learning a lot to interpret the market from both sides of the coin. Like for example, like I'm just being able to look because I made so many mistakes. Getting in at the wrong places. At the wrong times. So I'm looking to view the sessions like Asian, London, New York as Asian for accumulation, you know, like as a session, it's gonna be slow. They're gonna be printing buys and sells. They're gonna be showing you buy here, sell here. And London, I'm looking at London being a session where they're just gonna take your stop loss and look to print, start up their direction, or they're gonna look to, you know, maybe hold a higher, hold a low, and you know, in anticipation for New York to make their move. Guys, the market is so diverse that, you know, I don't believe it's just like the one strategy works. You got to be able to like be flexible, but most importantly, being able to see the beliefs of other traders, because we're not really trading price. I believe we're trading against other people beliefs, you know.
Jesus, Jesus asking, at this moment, should we count on the fact that this is a 4-hour candle already broke the maximum from the previous 4-hour candle high? How do we know if we want to take that in consideration, or is this a possible fake out? Well, remember, the fake moves can be spotted really quick and easy. The easiest one is the 5-minute candles. That's the main idea. See how I'm not looking to the 15-minute candles anymore? Because now we have volume. Remember what I said in the morning, you know, price going to the daily high. The main areas of rejections here. Where do you have rejections? This area right here. And if this was a valid move, that 5-minute candle right there needed to give you a body more than the 50% in volume as a candle. Let me start clearing a little bit this candle right here. Now, doesn't mean that we're not gonna go up most like you know, later or something, but right now the information we have is this candle right here. If this candle is giving you is I don't know if it's worth it to talk in English or Spanish. Jesus, you want me to explain it in Spanish instead?
It's okay in English.
Okay, cool. So this candle right here, when you have a continuation, you want to see a 5-minute, a 50% of a candle. Doesn't matter, 5-minute, depending the candles that you use as a confirmation, right, for your trading. Using a 15 minutes, a better confirmation. The problem with the 15-minute candles is that you can easily get triggered with a 15-minute candle to enter, and you don't pay attention to the lower time frames. And guess what? You are trading at the very high of a daily candle, and that's not good. The easiest way is paying attention to the lower time frames. This candle right here is the 50% of the, is more than the 50% of that candle. Why do you think I said, man, if the continuation is to the upside, we need to respect this candle right here? Why? You know, the information is there. Why going why getting triggered buying the daily high when you know that the previous daily was a bearish candle? Doesn't make sense. You're counter trending. The good thing in here that can happen is having a 5-minute candle, healthy candle, a body of the candle that is more than a 50% of the body in a good you know, in a good condition. Now, trading the high of the day has that's the easiest way to lose money on a daily basis. It's not the same having that candle right there with a body like this, maybe a long liquidity from the downside, than having a candle that is looking more like a liquidity. That's a terrible drawing, by the way. Give me 1 second here. If anybody's on those cells, you know, hold your breath. That will retest that pink line. This is we are approaching to the last 30 minutes before the 4-hour candle close, and this was just plain and simple retest to the previous 4-hour. So having a body of the candle with a long ass rejection that the body is less than the 50% on the candle, then means rejection. That candle means rejection, and the only thing that you can expect is that the next candle will retest that low and will give you the wick fill and create a brand new high. But at the moment that candle is retesting that area, what do you think I said, man? If you had to be really picky there, all you need is a candle that can give you a push at that point. If that candle is not closing below this previous area, remember the area here, the main area, 1 second. The main area of contention is this one right here, right? So therefore, if this candle is not giving you a close below this area right there, there's a huge chance for, you know, an easy in the last 2 minutes pullback to the upside. Maximum pullback will be there. It's roughly 10 pips or whatever. Now, if the candle is closing below this resistance, now this area right here is becoming your liquidity. And you don't want to see price breaking that liquidity, because then that liquidity is invalid at that point. This is like if you had to go to the, you know, to the doctor's appointment, the doctor will take the stethoscope and start measuring all your things, and he needs to see something specific before getting the diagnostic. Now, if I had to give you the diagnostic, the moment that candle is closing below this area right here, maximum pullback will be this area right here. I don't want to see that push above that area right there. And maybe since that candle, this candle literally is not giving you the close below the 55, you had to bring a microscope in here. You know, that candle is not giving you the body closing below that area. There's a huge chance for pullback yet still toward this area overall. And most likely, if the candle anytime soon, the candle is giving you a close below the, let's say this is the 55, and this candle is giving you that, and then you will need to use a 56 as a possible stop loss. Why? Because the continuation makes sense. You are trading with a previous daily candle that closed bearish. Therefore, it's a huge chance for that candle to give you that continuation to the downside, not looking for an upside. You need to pay attention to all the time frames here. And this freaking candle right there is strong enough to tell me, man, Kerwin, don't counter trend today. You know, don't counter trend this candle right here. This candle has enough information. Only way you can counter trend that candle is if you have confirmations. And the confirmation will happen at the high of the day, at the high of the 4-hour candle from London, because the 4-hour candle from London is giving you enough information there. This is your daily candle closing bearish. This is your resistance candle. This will become the confirmation of resistance if this candle managed to break this low. Other than that, this is pure and simple range, and you can waste all your money trading in this area long term if you don't pay attention to these things right here. If you don't pay attention to these things across the board, like I said, this area right here can become a pain in the ass. You know, trading this specific area right here can become a pain in the ass. These areas of rejection right there, the 58 is pretty strong. It can hold pretty strong for the rest of the session as well. It can give you fake outs, you know, but the main idea there is looking for a downside move, not looking for an upside. This candle right here, the 15-minute candle, it's literally about to close. It's telling you the fake out is there. There's a huge chance to retest that high again before the continuation. It depends on your ability as a trader, depending on how are you feeling today. Then you can wait for price to close below this area, maybe below the 50, and give it a shot. Give it a shot later on. If not, just wait. You know, just wait or sell the tops, buy the bottoms, whatever you want to do. Today is a tricky day because we are trading at a specific dangerous spot. Trading above the 50, trading you know, for an upside move against a daily candle that close bearish, man, you're just dreaming. You know, if you're planning buys all the way up, you're just dreaming off. Today in the market is dangerous. You know, counter trending later. Any fundamental may happen, and we may see a huge correction, but that correction will happen once price is leaving that 58 area. If you pay attention to the time lower time frames and hourly candles as well. If you pay attention here, you will have plenty of contention. That 58 right there looks like a bulletproof structure at this point. And this candle right here gives the like a fake support, and the 10 a.m. candle from Friday gave us, you know, that confirmation there to look for continuation of that move to the downside. Sadly, I was not here when that close happened. So I missed the move to the downside, but you know, it's not worth it. Looking for upside today is not worth it. The lower time frames here, what do we have currently? Maximum pullback. Somebody can help me in here. What is this candle here? Feel free. It's okay if you're not you're not right. What is this candle?
That's the rejection candle.
That's the resistance, right?
Yeah. Resistance, yes.
And this is your confirmation of resistance.
Confirmation.
How can we call this candle here?
Support.
What happened if this is a fake support?
It
The
has
low
to
will be
wait.
broken.
Price, this current candle will break the low and keep on pushing down.
Yeah.
Respect the high.
It will need to respect a high. In this case, can be
Okay.
tricky because this high, we can easily have a push again to the confirmation of resistance, which tends to happen at this point. The push doesn't make sense more than the 55 area. The 55, roughly there, no more than that. Price needs to continue giving you that move to the downside, and the moment this is if this is a fake support, this candle will respect the high, break the low, and it's gone. So right, this is the easiest way. And thanks to the fake out, thanks to the daily candle from yesterday that closed from Friday that closed bearish. Therefore, there's a huge chance for the continuation. This is the last 30 minutes before the 4-hour candle close. And if we're going to have crazy moves, will happen with the last 30 minutes. After that 4-hour candle have picked up enough liquidity to go down south, you know, giving you that easy drop to the previous daily rejections there. And this is the easiest one. You don't do, you know, we don't need to be guessing. We need price action to tell a story here. And price action is quite easy to understand. You just need to start naming those candles. Before those candles happen, you need to know why those candles happen. This can be a support. If this is a good support, then it candle needs to respect the low, break the high, and it's gone. So sometimes manipulation happen in the market, like for example, going back to the 50, not giving you that break below the 50, and then going back and close above this area. Then you need to pay attention why the 50 is being a strong at that point to hold the session low, like New York session low. But other than that, the information is there. It's really easy. You know, the information is real. The moment you start digesting candle by candle and reading price action is like, you know, it's amazing. And you need to name those candles. You need to name for the simplicity, right? I use those terms because nobody was using those terms before. I'm using, the resistance, the confirmation of resistance. I can call this whatever I want, but it sounds really nice and fancy. Say, the confirmation of resistance. This is a support, but can be a fake support. The easiest way to know that if it's a fake support is if the next candle respect the high and break the low, or maximum pullback there before the continuation to the downside. Now, the key level here, it needs to hold like a champion if the range will play, is the 50. But the 50 not holding that support as strong as it may sound, then we may see a drop to retest the daily high. And the moment the candle is leaving that 49 area there, it's gone. So, you know, if price is not respecting the 50 and giving you a break 10 pips below the 50, man, that candle is gone. So, and this daily candle can easily give you price, you know, going to the 40s, going to the 45 at least. But other than that, this area right here is pretty tough. This is your range to trade. And this is the things that you need to pay attention on a daily basis.
So good morning, Kerwin. It's Michelle. Good
Hi,
morning.
Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you. And yourself?
Good, good.
So Kerwin, when the current candle, the current 5-minute candle, that's what I was looking at, broke the one beside it. That's the only way I can say it right now. That's when possible trade or no possible trade.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. Less risk at that point, because if the candle already created that high, all you need is a break below the candle, giving you a close below these previous areas of rejections there. And if that candle gives you a close below that rejection, all you need is maybe a plain and simple continuation. At that point, having a body of the candle closing below that area, it's roughly 20 pips. To the key level there is 40. So meaning that if your entry is somewhere here with 20 is 1-to-1, you're trading the support, you're trading the bottom of the range. Therefore, it's quite dangerous, right? It's quite dangerous. The easiest way to trade is like based on the previous candle, this one right here. This is your rejection. Therefore, if the support is not being held, all you need is a continuation to the downside, right? So you can easily later, not today, maybe any other day of the week. All you need is a candle closing below that area and then using that high. The moment the retest is done and the candle is breaking that high over there, that low over there, then you can go for it. Most of the times, remember, this is the thing. Going to the 1 minute here. Most of the times, the first 1 minute of the candle is the one that gives you the push, right? So what happened? The next candle right there, if you have to be really picky, you know that from the left-hand side, you have rejections. So therefore, you can easily have this specific high. I'm talking about this specific high, but it can be, the stop loss can be there. Risking something like this at the break of the zone low, and you're aiming for the bottom of the range at that point. And hopefully a beautiful continuation to the downside. In this case, the continuation makes sense to the 50, right? The 50. Now, we are trading at the bottom of the range. Doesn't necessarily can give you the 50 move, but at least, to the previous area of contention, like this support over here, any other area of rejections, for example, this one right here. Below that area, we don't have any other rejection other than this, in total honesty. So there's a huge chance for price to give you that drop all the way to this area right here. But it's because we are trading along with the previous daily candle. We are not counter trending at that point. So it's not the same counter trending than aiming for the continuation of that move. It's quite different. That's why the bigger picture is the one that you need to pay attention on a daily basis. The bigger picture is key. If you don't pay attention how the previous daily candle closed, what are the chances for that daily? What is the chance for the weekly candle? What is the chance for a 4-hour candle? All those scenarios, it's like a puzzle. You have to start, putting together the pieces together. Okay, the daily candle is bearish. What if I have a bearish candle coming from London as my resistance candle? Okay, then I will look for that continuation of London volume. I don't look for a retest to the London candle high. No. That's a dangerous game. I look for a retest to the London candle high, and then a continuation from there. The scenarios that, remember, trading is probabilities, and we trade based on probabilities. So the higher probability here is going south based on the previous daily candle. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. It's a pleasure. Nino, done for the day, Nino? Okay, cool. Braulio, congratulations, brother. Yeah, BT, that was the resistance and the confirmation of resistance. That's correct. Yeah. Do your thing. I mean, I don't need you guys be labeling candle by candle, but at least know the terms, and know what a certain candle means. We know that the push makes sense to retest the daily, to retest this structure here. We don't buy that push. We leave those things for the cowboys. We leave those things for the, for the most experienced traders out there. They love, losing money. No, we are kind of, we are literally more optimistic, if you want to call it somehow, not to sound, any other than optimistic. We are optimistic that following the direction from the higher time frame is the direction that we want to trade. We don't trade against this time right here. No. We look for push to give us the confirmation, and then we trade along the trend. It's not the same buying the dips when you're counter trending a daily candle than selling something that was a stupid sample to the downside. It's a different scenario. It's a different case scenario here.
Kerwin, question for you.
Yeah, man.
Talking about optimistic, can you look at the weekly candle?
I'd say you were looking at the daily, to be honest. Yeah, go ahead.
What about that crazy wick here?
Give me 1 second. Let me clear this.
What about this crazy wick to the downside here that picked up liquidity, pushed up on NFT?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a whole range. This candle right here levels a beautiful range to trade. The main problem here is the 50, but trading below the 50, there's a huge chance going back to the 1830s though.
That's what I wanted to
If it's gonna happen today, I'm not sure about it. We will need, a lot of volume, to get there.
Yeah.
It's,
but to the end of the week, it's possible.
Yes. Not only that, like today, closing daily candle today, taking a beautiful drop to retest these previous areas to the 40s. Then you have on the dailies, remember, the monthly here, the previous monthly, right? The previous monthly was bearish. The weekly currently is bearish. We need another bearish candle here to have what in the weeklies?
Confirmation of resistance.
Exactly, but we need to start leaving this low to have that confirmation of resistance. Other than that, this weekly can easily close bullish inside this range. Now, going to the dailies here, this is along with, aligned with the rejections on the weeklies and monthlies from the left-hand side, the analysis we did on Friday. This candle right here closing like a heavy and healthy bearish candle. The moment this daily breaks this low and doesn't respect the confirmation of support, this candle right here is your swing trade idea. This high is not gonna be retested anymore. It can be retested, but not breaking above anymore. And the moment this candle is not respecting the daily confirmation of support, it's gonzo. It's going to the, for a bloodbath, basically. But first, we need to leave the 50. We need to break the confirmation of support on the daily. And then the monthly candle will finally be aligned with the previous monthly candle to give you that continuation, at least to retest the previous monthly low. See, it's pretty simple. It's the same idea, but in the higher time frames. Yeah. It's looking nice for a continuation. I'm not gonna lie. This high right here currently is very respected. If price continue making, candles closing below this area right here, it can give you that. It can give you that. I have no doubt about it.
Hello, Kerwin.
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Where's your entry, Kerwin, in this trade?
My entry is 55.20.
55. Oh, I see. Okay, I entry at the break of the pink line at 52.49. Is it a good entry for
49?
the future? I think
59?
no, 52.
Oh,
the pink line
52.
below, yeah.
59.
And
59? 52, 59?
yeah, I entry at the break of that. Is that a good entry?
Yeah, it is. It is. Your stop loss was in here, right?
Below the
slightly
previous,
slightly above these candles.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
I see.
Always as well, always, excuse me, remember this, always pay attention to the spread on your broker. When we are talking about the candle high, having a stop loss in here doesn't literally means, oh, have the stop loss literally there. No, leave a little bit for the spread. So the candle can retest the high or whatever, but the spread won't take you out. Now, if you have the stop loss literally there, the spread can, price can go here and the spread will take you out. So be really careful about it. Yeah. This is a question that I'm getting lately. Oh, I'm getting stopped out because I had the stop loss on top of the confirmation of the candle. Don't do it. Leave at least, I will say, like a 0.5, the outside that area, like having the spread, like if your spread is two pips in a spread, having a stop loss on 1854, you need to have a stop loss 1853 basically, so the candle can retest the high, but the spread won't be able to take you out of that position.
Okay, Kerwin, one more question. You see the two previous candle there's a rejection. Is there something I need to worry and about this current candle, like
where
the two candle previous?
This one?
Yeah. Is that something I need to worry about?
Not really. Okay. The main thing to worry here, it's the support, right? This support right here. If you have to be really picky there, yeah, this is the main one. This is the main one. But if you have to be really kind of aware, you need a candle body closing below that area to give you that continuation. This is a range. So anything that can trade below this area, a maximum push at this point is this candle right here, that candle right there. So if your entry is literally there, if you already secure maybe 10, 15 pips in a 50 pips, 50% at 10, 15 pips in profits, this is the area of contention you don't want to see gold trading on. If you want to continue holding that position for long. Now, this candle right here is closing strong. Now, max push, I don't need a maximum push above this area right here. You know, having a stop loss here is pretty easy for price. If it's not respecting this previous area of rejection, it can easily take out your stop loss there. All you need is a steady continuation. This is a strong candle, giving you that confirmation of support. The main idea here is following the 4-hour candle. Now look at this 15-minute candle here. There's a huge chance for this 15-minute candle to pull back to this high before giving you a wick fill in here. The main problem we may have in this specific area is the closing of the 4-hour. That 4-hour candle needs, you know, to give you that last minute drop and break this low and going down south. You know, if it's not giving you that, this candle can easily go back and close bullish here, leaving a huge chance to continue ranging or to give you that push to retest a partial wick fill to this area right here. This is the previous daily high. This was the fake out. Therefore, if that candle is not respecting the lower time frames, those rejections, like these rejections here, and not respecting this rejection, there's a huge chance going back to the key level, no more than the key level at that point. But it means that the 4-hour candle will still, you know, have some range to play in this area right here. This is literally the last frontier for that candle right there. So yeah. Good evening, Mike. How are you, brother? All you need now is this candle respecting this high. Maybe, you know, no more than this area right here, and having another bearish close, and the second candle here, again, giving you a second bearish candle close. That means that even though with the fake support in here, we are creating resistance and the confirmation of resistance to retest that low over there and hopefully a continuation to the downside. But if that doesn't happen, then no. This is, you know, this is your support currently, and we don't have, you know, any business, you know, holding an entire position there for long. This bullish close will be just a breather. Yeah, it may, but depending on how price behave at that 53.64, basically. We are approaching to a critical point in here, the last 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes before that 4-hour candle close. I wish I could have like a replay for forward this candle instead of just going here 1.90 seconds, you know, 1 minute 30 seconds here, just you know, putting this candle closing bearish below this pain line, new one, retesting the high and taking a massive drop toward this area right here. So the next 4-hour candle will take over for the rest of the session. But if that doesn't happen, if we don't have that bearish close, then it's not worth it. Not having that bearish close and having that candle breaking this high, you know, it can give you that range still.
So you don't have a time machine?
No. No. I wish.
We all would be rich.
Exactly. Drop. Let's go. Yeah. It's not fun being trapped in this specific rejection area. All I need is the candle breaking that low right there. But if not, then it's not worth it to hold. Like I'm planning to close my position if that candle is breaking that pin line right there. Just so you know. Yeah, I close that position there. Oh, so we all got the same idea here. So yeah, Rodrigo took the same trade. Fake out, close, back in range, enter here, retest low. Yeah, that's good. That's a good trade. Congratulations, Rodrigo.
Erwin, what did you say in that chart when you said enter here about the London candle? I missed it. What did you graph?
The London candle.
Did I may have misunderstood.
But based on the London candle, what may be the stuff that I said about the 4-hour candle?
That's okay. You had the graph up for a second, just about 2 minutes ago, and you said you had it written down, possible entry here. Maybe I misunderstood.
Maybe. Or the move that somebody took, like the entry, or maybe the entry that yeah, this entry right here. Let me see. Maybe the entry he took. The entry he took was 52.59. So having that entry there, having that entry at the 52.59, I think it was the entry that he had. It's a good entry. It's about to leave the fake support in there, and the retest is done. So having a stop loss in here was worth it to play toward that 50 overall. Problem here is having this specific area of contention, but makes sense still. Even with the 4-hour candle here, the way that is 4-hour candle is looking, still there's a huge chance, for gold to go back and retest, the 50. The problem, I'm closing my position because I don't want to be in this trade, until the new 4-hour candle open. If this candle is not giving me that close that I want below this area, I don't need that close now. I need anytime soon, maybe 930, 925, a close below this area again. If price is giving me a close below this area again, I will go for it. There's a huge chance for gold to retest that 50 area again. And if it doesn't give me that drop below that area to the 50, it's okay. It's okay. I already took that trade. I closed 50% when this candle was reversing completely from this area over here. And when this candle was closing, not respecting this high over here, this high, then I was closing the entire position. And now I can wait, late in the session, I can easily wait until 9:30, 10 a.m. If I'm not here when the move happens below this area, remember, anybody who's looking for sales overall, we need later on a break below this rejection here. If this is not a valid rejection, we will have candles closing below this pain line, maybe 9:30, 9:45. And the moment we have something like this, is rejecting again the 55, most likely rejecting the top of the range, and the candle at that point can close, this candle, the current candle, can close bullish with a kind of a fake support. And having a close below this area, there's a huge chance at that point to go back and retest that 50. That will be the move that we may want. The 9:30 NYSE session give you that drop. Now, if price is giving you a close above the 55, NYSE can give you a retest to the daily high, and then the continuation is to the upside. It's a different scenario there. But until that happens, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it looks almost exactly like what you were saying in your weekly outlook yesterday.
Kind of, yeah. This area right here has been retested so many times. The daily, this is, the daily low is in here. This is the spread opening quite crazy. That's why this liquidity is created. So, most of the times, this area right here, I don't pay attention to that wick. Most of the times, what I pay attention is to the structure. This area right here, for me, is like it doesn't exist. That's very rare to have a crazy rejection from where the opening of the daily happens when volume, it is aggressive on a spread. That's, that wick right there is like it doesn't exist. All you have here is no range right there. Okay. All you need is a candle later on closing below this area right here. And at that point, the top of the range will be this one right here. And you can trade that candle right there, aiming for a continuation to the downside.
So the stop loss would be set at, if it transitioned in that, if it went in that direction, the stop loss would be 18.
1855 can be a too much of a stop loss. You need to use the confirmation candle high as a stop loss, because if the confirmation is happening in this specific area, then it's one thing, right? And having another 5-minute candle doing something like this doesn't need to be the next 5 minutes. But having something like this, the moment that candle is giving you that specific situation, this is your entry, the low of that candle right there, and the maximum push for that candle will be that high. And a possible continuation goes to the 50 and reject really hard from there. Close 50% in here and have your stop loss kind of pretty tight in here. The candle closing below that area doesn't need to give you more than that area again as a pullback. You know, like maximum pullback will be that one right there, and hopefully a continuation down.
Okay. Thanks.
No problem.
Hi, Kerwin.
Hey,
May I
man.
know why you're gonna sell below 1852 instead of a close below 1850?
Below 1850. Oh, that's playing the range. And, you know, aiming below that, selling the 50 can give me a headache, because it can give you a literally only 10 pips below that 50 to the 49 as a possible rejection. The 50 is strong. So I rather sell, you know, from this area to the 50 than selling basically the 50 for a downside. If I get lucky selling from here to the 50, and then the 50 gives me a 5-minute candle body closing below that area, then a possible pullback to the 51 in this area right here, then I can easily add more positions from the 51, from the 50.50, but I will need that candle closing below that area. If that doesn't happen, then I'm playing with fire. So the first TP anywhere from here will be the 50 overall. But I know the 50 is a strong. 50 can hold if until I have a 50 a 50 a candle closing below that 50. I don't have any business. It can be dangerous game. That 4-hour candle is about to close bullish. There's a huge chance for
Thanks,
that. No problem. There's a huge chance for that new 4-hour candle push to the 55 again. But I'm not interested looking for that push. 10, 15 pips, whatever. No, it's not worth it. 15-minute candle gave a nasty rejection there. 15 minutes about to close, like a 30-minute candle is about to close with a nasty rejection. Let's see if we have a last-minute drop there. It's a range. Still, you know, it's still a range. But we managed to get the max we could from that range.
So Kerwin, if we look at the 15 minutes, let's say we can test the 50% of that fake out rejection candle.
This one?
Yes, exactly. The 50% is at 55.2. So it could possibly go there and reject. No?
Yeah, at this point, the main area of contention is the 55. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the 55, no more than that, in my opinion.
No.
For the downside, for a downside, this is a massive rejection there. 52.2, 52.4. Yeah, but anything, Fadi, anything that can give you a close below this rejection here, this can be considered another fake out. The fake out is tricky at this point because the fake out in this area is dangerous, because a new 4-hour candle will need to create some form of wick to the upside. I don't see a heavy bearish pressure here to believe, oh, the 4-hour candle will open with not top wick and it goes all the way down. It may happen. Market can do this, you know, anywhere, any time. But based on the information that I have from previous analysis, you know, the trading that I have, I know that the 4-hour candle can give me a drop, rejection, going back to the 55, create a kind of range in here, and 930 can be the one that can give us that break below that 50, or a break above the 55. That's the closing on the 4-hour. Pay attention here. That's the closing. Look at that 4 hours. that hourly candle, I'm sorry. That 4-hour candle closed bullish, but the body of the candle is a rejection more than a continuation. You know, the way that 4-hour candle is looking, it looks like it will be a fake support at that point. So this candle right here is rejecting the same thing that the 5-minute candle here did, is this candle doing. Now, the 4-hour candle, then yeah, the 4-hour candle has the ability to retest up to the key level there. If this is a resistance, it's quite dangerous, it's quite tricky to trust this is your resistant candle because it's the beginning of the 4-hour. You know, breaking this low overall can give you a drop to here. Now, not giving you a close below this area is dangerous. Now, if it's giving you a close below, yeah, you can have a, you know, a drop to the 50 overall. But this, you know, I try to avoid taking trades at the very beginning of a hourly candle because most of the times it gives you random moves. Not that the move won't happen, but it gives you random moves like going up, and down, just creating the high or the low for the hourly candle. So yeah, at least this candle and the little tiny time frames right here, this candle is closing like a fake out. This candle right here is again, it's giving you, but that fake out won't be valid until we have a break below this area, retest again, and then a continuation. You will need to get really lucky having a straight drop in here and not having a retest. Usually what it will tend to do is having a break, close below this area, hang, come back, and then going down south. That's it. I don't want a full margin yet. Just so you know. It's looking Gucci for downside move today, gold. Yeah. Charlotte left already. Okay. Yeah. Can we buy the Lambo today? Lambo day. Let's go Lambo. Let's see. Something that a new 4-hour candle can give in here, a retest to the previous 4-hour low. And if that low is not being respected, we can buy a Lambo there. We can get, you know, we can get a nasty move below that 4-hour candle right there. If this is a fake support.
Hey man, Kerwin, why not buy 2 Lambos?
Nice.
I'm sure you got a spouse.
Yeah.
My baby's getting that second Lambo.
For sure.
1857 cells. I think someone else in the chat was posting earlier, hey, 1857 cells.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Donnie knows already. He's about to sell the house and start selling gold. Yeah. Ah. 20 seconds, 20 seconds. Let's see.
So Kerwin, basically what gold did today was a fast, smooth fall, smooth type of trap.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
because someone posted RAJA bought gold. You know, so I don't know.
I mean, when counter, I mean, every trader has a different ability, right? We all have a different approach. We trade the same price action, but we all have a different approach. Some of us look for a bigger picture. Some of us look for 20 pips, 15, 10 pips, you know, using a big ass lot size. It's okay to trade 10 pips. You know, I don't have anything wrong. But for the average Joe, for the average trader, that doesn't work. I mean, in my opinion, doesn't work. You know, I'm not a millionaire yet. I know I will. As a matter of fact, I know. You know,
You are a millionaire, man. I understand what you're saying, but you are a millionaire. You know,
yeah.
it's just a process now, just the time.
Yeah, but the thing is that as you progress in trading, you know that some others are more aggressive, if you want to call it somehow, and some others are conservatives. I don't need to be that aggressive because for my own health, it doesn't, you know, it's not worth it. I can grab here and there whatever I want, but I don't need to go to the stress of having a drag down 10 3-4 pips and closing the position. It's not good for me. You know, that can give me a heart attack. But I know that people, you know, some people tend to manage the trades really nice and easy, and that's amazing. There's very few, you know, that I know. It's very few of those traders that can do that. But you need to pay attention to the higher time frame, man. If you don't pay attention to the higher time frames, you will need to have, like, I'll say, like a kind of a sniper thing to be able to close those positions and literally no drag down, or maybe a brokers with no spread, you know, maybe a higher commission but no spread. That can be as well something to consider. But in my case now, that doesn't work so easy for me. This candle, yeah, is giving that close as a bearish candle here. It didn't close below the body of the candle, didn't close below the rejections. So therefore, this candle right here, max push will be this area right here to retest the 4-hour candle high right there. That's the max push. At least already broke the low, right? So therefore, there's a huge chance for the continuation. This candle right here needs to respect that high if we want to see a continuation. If you see a crazy move upside above this area right here, then, you know, don't be that guy. Don't start buying though. Don't start buying. But don't be that guy just running the stop loss because you don't want to miss that opportunity to sell gold today. This is your resistance, confirmation of resistance, and this candle right here has the ability to retest the confirmation of resistance and break the low. Problem, the low already got broken, and this is already the retest. So if this candle in the next 2 minutes can give you a drop, it needs to respect that high. You don't want to see that candle in the last minute pushing more than this area right here. Remember, the main idea here is targeting that 50. Price goes to the 50 in a quick move, have your finger on the trigger and close 50%, whatever. Other than that, you don't have any business. You know, if we don't have a close below that 50, we don't have any business holding positions forever. Yeah, don't be a cowboy. Yeah. All I need is that candle in the last 1 minute respecting that high. Yeah. Our Zoom session. I'm glad you remember that, Matthias. Yeah. Drop. 20 seconds, and that candle will tell the story if that candle manage to break these lows right there. Drop. Yeah. I know you can do it, baby girl. Drop. 5 seconds. Pretty fishy there. 3, 1. Okay, still respecting those previous areas of rejections. Be really careful here. There's a huge chance still to reach test that high over there. Be careful there. This is play by play. We don't need to be guessing. We need to see what price action is doing.
Are you looking to take a trade, Kurt?
What was that? I'm sorry.
Are you looking to take a trade again after the first one? that
No,
got
mate.
stopped?
I took 2 trades in here. I'm holding 2 positions here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I know that we are approaching to a critical closing of the 15 in here, and the previous 15 gave me a massive rejection. So did 15-minute candle not breaking these previous rejections in the lower time frame there can be a tricky one. You know, I need to pay attention if that 15-minute candle will make its way below those areas, below that 51.80 basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main area of contention I have currently. That 80.
I took one earlier but got stopped out. I closed like 50%.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll sell now only below 1850.
Yeah. Or leaving this previous area, the 51 can be a good idea as well. The problem there is that you are basically trading, you know, I'll say the safest will be trading below that 50, no matter what.
Yeah.
Having a close below that 50 and then a pullback to the 50 with NYSE, at this point, we still have a chance to trade to the 50 right before the NYSE candle open. Excuse me. But if we don't have that drop, there's a huge chance that NYSE will still trading inside this range. And you know, the idea here with the entries that I have is giving that trade an opportunity to go back to the 50 and NYSE find me trading below the 50 for an easy continuation downside. Because it's you know, basically the continuation, the carryover for the orders from Friday. And this was considered just plain and simple pullback before the continuation.
Let's see.
Oh, that's amazing, Amalek. 3 times 10 pips sells done for the day. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm literally like only 6 pips and profits here. 2 positions, which is 12. I'm still holding a little bit.
Kerwin, where did you enter?
My entry is 153.78 and 153.754. It's kind of a cowboy, but I'm you know, I was looking for that entry. I was looking for that specific move to retest this area and then trading below that area to give me that drop to the 50. But you know, I'm you know, 7 pips in one, 6 pips. The spread is quite crazy now. I'm planning to close one of the positions if that candle break the high of the 5-minute candle there. If not, then I'll be waiting a little bit more. Like if this candle break that high, I'll be closing one of the position, and the other one I will have the stop loss as originally planned. It's not that crazy. It's less than 10 pips in a stop loss there. Yeah, Matthias, that's a good one. Waiting for the 10 a.m. candle closing, that's a good way. Yeah. If we don't have that drop now and the 10 from 9, yeah, I'm closing one of that position. If we don't have that drop now and we have a from 9 to 10 a bullish candle here, it can be a dangerous move because it can give you a massive move to the upside. The 10 a.m. candle is playing in the range. So having a hourly candle after the retest is done, maybe to the key level, whatever, and you have a hourly candle closing bullish outside this area, the 10 a.m. candle can give you a nice push. Other than that, you know, the trading below that 50, the 10 a.m. can give you a nasty drop. Yeah. Currently, that push right there, that's the rejection we want to see. That's why I'm holding one of the positions. The other one I closed basically a break even, but I'm holding that in the last position. The 53, the 53.78 is the one that I'm holding. Okay. 10 pips over there. 10 pips to be quite. Yeah, no, it's 15 all the way up there. It's not worth it for me to sell here. Have a stop loss there is not worth it yet, unless I have a push first and then a break below this low. But as NYSE is 15 minutes away from NYSE, and this 15-minute candle closed like a bearish. This was a fake support. This candle right here can pull back all the way up to this 15-minute candle before giving me that continuation. And this is the 15-minute candle that can give, you know, the closing for the 30 just right before NYSE. So this candle right here, the 30-minute candle doesn't, I don't want to see that 30-minute candle turning bullish above this area, breaking its own high over there. Seven.
Slow day today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty slow. It's pretty slow. I've been adding like 2 positions here and there because if not, I'm not getting that much of fips. Yeah. Breaking that 5-minute low, yeah, can be gone. So yeah, just breaking that 5-minute low can be a nasty. That's the retest to the confirmation of resistance here. Yeah, that's good. No more than that, señorita. No more than that, señorita. Yeah. 7 pips. Okay. Show me what you got for me, baby girl. Yes, señorita. Now start turning bearish. Yes, señorita. That's good, señorita. I'm scalping the shit out of this thing, man. It's a dangerous game. Freaking. It's a dangerous game. Trust me on this.
Kerwin, are you still holding?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm holding that position. What I did is kind of it's a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing to do, especially because we are approaching to NYSE, and NYSE can give us nasty rejections there. So I was trying to sell the top of the 30-minute candle basically, and selling the confirmation of resistance. I'm literally
Yeah, I don't like this whole range between 50 and 55, so I'm just waiting.
Yeah. So I was like, man, you know, can I consider this as a possible drop from that 54 basically? But it's dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. That's a dangerous game. You don't want to do those things unless you know what to specifically look for. Like literally, I'm looking for that 5-minute candle breaking this rejection area, basically. And if that candle was basically not even 10 pips in a stop loss for each position, and you know all I'm getting is rejection from the resistance, this candle leaving this previous rejection right there can give me a nice move to the downside there, but you won't believe what I did in there. You know, I say it's dangerous. This is not if you don't know what are you doing, don't do it. I'm literally 6 pips on each position there. Yeah, now I'm getting a move that I wanted. Yeah, closing I'm closing 50% on each position here.
Patience, man. Patience, you know. Patience.
Yeah, but
They're
you
gonna
you
keep
you you
accumulating more
won't
buys.
believe what I did there, man.
They're gonna keep accumulating more buys. That's why I think they printed that low just now, you know. They're gonna keep trying to, you know, do their thing, you know, but patience.
Mhm.
What did you do just now, Carvin?
What I did there? You won't believe it, man.
Yeah, what did you do?
You won't believe it. I literally kind of full margin that thing.
Oops. Wow, man.
Yeah.
You're a real cowboy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, but I know I closed 75% already there. Yeah. I closed 75%, but you won't believe what I did. Look. I'm not sure if you guys can see my screen there. You guys can see my screen? Look.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's dangerous. Don't do it. Don't do this at home. It's not worth it for your ability as trader. No, just build your confidence, and then you start working on those things. But don't do it. I just saw this as a beautiful opportunity for me to full margin. You know, I didn't get the the sounds that I love getting one sometimes, like that I cannot add more positions. But yeah, I was hyper scalping there. So, but I have the confirmation from the daily from Friday. I have the confirmations from the 4-hour candle from London. I have the confirmation that this is becoming a strong area of resistance. So, and I already secured 75% literally. So, you know, and I was like, if this candle is giving me a break above this previous rejection, I'll be calling a day. You know, I don't want to be chasing that trade anymore. But I was looking for that as a specific opportunity, pullback, confirmation of resistance, sell the confirmation of resistance, aim for that 50 overall. But at this point, the 25% runners and the rest is a break even literally. So, you know, those runners needs to give me, you know, that move to the 50 if the move will happen. If that doesn't happen, if I get a break below the 50, it's okay. But you know, this is why I was telling you know, not buying this area here is not worth it. Just look for continuation. The higher time frames are telling you look for continuation of the move. I may be wrong, you know, and any time that I've tried to do this, I'll get slippage, I'll get burned on my butt. But man, why not? You know, why not? At least I'm selling in favor of the higher time frames, right? And I'm gonna close 2 positions in here before getting another pullback there. And yeah, cool. Yeah, at this point I'm only holding 3 positions here.
Hey, Kerwin, I've got a question.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so do you know when you open up like quite a few positions, so just say example, you've got 3 positions open, them 3 positions, would it altogether add up to 1% or 2%, something like that?
No, when I'm doing this, no, those 3 positions. I mean, if you have to have 3 positions, you can consider the 3 positions as a 2%, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, if you have a specific, because the trades that I'm taking are based on one-click trade, it's not the magic keys. Magic keys won't give me the ability to open. It can, I can do it multiple positions at 1 click, but the way that I have is my setup is the one-click trade. So if that one-click trade is you know, using a 20 on average 20 pips on a stop loss, that's the way that I trade, based on 20-30 pips in a stop loss, roughly there. But the one-click trade gives me the ability to use a 30 pips or 20 pips a stop loss mentally, because the moment I click a one-click trade, I don't specifically enter with a predetermined stop loss. No, if I'm entering here, I know that 20 pips in a stop loss for me will be here. But if they can, instead of giving me that drop first, and I know what to look at specifically on the hourly, on the hourly, on the 5, on the 15 minutes, on the 30-minute candle closing, you know, if the candle, instead of giving me that drop to retest this area, give me that move to the downside. Remember, this was a hyper scalping thing. This candle right here gave me, you know, at this point it gave me like 16 pips each position. But whatever, I got what I wanted. Now, if that candle, instead of giving me that drop to this area and reject, is giving me a break above that area, I'll be closing all those positions ASAP. And at that point, they were like 5 positions. What if that 5 positions are running my day, for example, 54, breaking the 54.50? I need to be, man, like a real cowboy there. 4 or 5 positions is 25. So literally I'm risking 25, making the market really easy for me, but the risk reward is worth it for me because selling this area right here to retest this area is 1 to 2, literally. So that's why it's worth it. But don't do this. Don't do this at home. You know, this will require a lot of discipline. It will require a lot of understanding on how the candles can play. Like literally by the second, not by the minute, by the seconds. You see the counter there and you see, okay, next 30 seconds, that candle needs to give me that break, rejection. So we can aim for more. Now, if that candle, instead of giving me a close like this, is giving me a bullish candle and all my positions are here, I'll be closing most of those positions, you know. That's why when this candle was reversing, I closed 3 positions literally. And, you know, other than that, you don't have any business doing this, especially in this crazy range. But sometimes you can play like a cowboy. Yeah, I don't have like, man, you will notice how easy it is to trade gold with the timing. It's really easy. It's really easy. Now you make sure that the timing is aligned with the bigger time frame, right? Don't trust the time if you are counter trending something. No, don't do it because it's dangerous. No, it ain't easy, no, not at all. Going to the park to try this full margin at least. Man, it's dangerous. All right. We're 3 minutes. 3 minutes for NYSE. Very rare that NYSE won't give you a nasty push first and then drop. Very rare, but this candle is about to close bearish. There's a huge chance for NYSE to give you a push first and then a drop. Very rare to find an NYSE candle with little to not top wick and a straight drop. It can give you a full correction though to the 55. I'm holding 2 positions here, a break even, and my break even is literally here, 53.84, 53.86. This one right here. If I had to move my stop loss toward this area right here to be kind of safe, then I'm playing with fire because NYSE not only can retest this, if it doesn't respect the high of that candle right there, it can give a heavy push. And all I need with this candle with the NYSE right here is giving me a close below the previous rejections. Remember, previous rejection is what you want to see. NYSE, this is the rejections right there. So therefore, this candle, all you need is that candle closing below that area. Maximum push for NYSE will be the 54.17 again, but the 17 doesn't make sense going back to retest this area because it was already retested. That's why you need price. If it's closing below that area, you need price to stay below this rejection right there because this retest is already done. What is the purpose of that NYSE going back to retest this? If it's going back to retest this area, it's because it will give you a push instead of a rejection anymore. You know, that's the main idea there. But I'm not, you know, I'm not planning to sell again from the top. I'm not planning to buy this area. Let's be clear on that. That's the closing. And for some reason, my broker is moving and in trading view. No, okay. No, now it's moving trading view. Yeah. It's dropping below this area. It's dropping really nice and easy. Drop, drop, drop. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. 55.75, baby girl. What's going on here? Why trading view is not moving though? So only the spread is moving on my broker. What's going on there? Come on, NYSE. Let's drop, let's drop, let's drop. Are you guys getting any moves on your broker? Why trading view is not moving?
Yeah, it's moving. It's moving.
Oh, okay. Come on, come on. Let's drop, 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 drop. Drop, drop, drop. Yes, yes. Let's go. Come on. Don't do this. Don't make it hard on me today. Come on, just drop, baby girl. Man, oh man, oh man. What's going on here? It's having so much issues trading at these specific rejections here. But if, yeah. I'm about to close.
Yeah, I don't like this.
No, me neither. I'm about to close one of the positions if that candle manages to break its own high over there. Yeah, I just need to see.
I think if you're staring at it, it's not gonna move, right? Every time you look away, it moves.
Yeah.
Back.
You know what? You know what we'll do? Okay, guys, I'm heading out. Take care. See ya. Bye bye. Okay, maker, I'm gone. Now you can move.
I took sell now.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Let me have.
Kerwin, at the break of that support, is it safe to take an entry?
Yeah. Yeah, and there's at this support or this support.
The top one.
This at this where this and this pink line is basically 16 pips in a stop loss there, and all you have is that quick move to the 50. If that move doesn't happen to the 50, then you know if you get a last minute break like price breaking impulsive this area, and instead of giving you that drop really nice and easy, you're getting rejection from here and price reversing, close 50% if that candle is breaking you know, more than the 50%. Yeah. I'm about to close one of our positions there if that candle breaks its own high. Yeah. 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 I wanted a DC drop. All I wanted was a DC drop. This candle doesn't have any business breaking this rejection here. If it's breaking that rejection and retesting this thing, then this is the third time that the confirmation of resistance has been retested. This candle can grab liquidity and go all the way up. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I got stopped out. Now it looks like it will move up. Now I'm not interested in buying here. No, I'm not. I'm market maker.
What's up, my man?
Hey, how are you, Karan?
Good, man.
Karan, it's another market maker, though.
It was a tough day, delicate day.
Yeah, delicate situation here. But yeah, but if this candle right here is retesting that confirmation of resistance for the third time, like this was the first, this is the second time. Remember this candle didn't have any business breaking more than this. If it's breaking this high, this retesting this high, is because it will give you a push to the daily high most likely. Now, do you really want to consider counter trending? Not really. it can give you, you know, crazy moves down still.
Unless we're 10 o'clock then. Waiting for 10 o'clock for continuation. It looks like a ranging day today.
Yeah,
This is
looks
one of
like.
the days, yeah, one of those days we break our account, blowing account. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, anyone on their trade US 30? It kind of looks like
Not
gold.
me, no.
Kind of looks like gold right now.
Oh.
No shit, man. A friend does play. Let me just give him a call. He love that shit, man. Oh gosh, what a range. And the range is not even bigger. It's small range. Yeah.
Man, anybody watch the Maverick movie? Now Shaz, you made me remember. That movie is really nice. It was a really nice movie.
God. 1 minute. Wow. This will check the same area in 1 minute. Ooh. Yeah. Let's go down.
Here is the move.
Yeah, this is a final move, I think.
Yeah. This is the last frontier. Yeah. That was a fake support then. Ya canta y no llores. Drop, drop, drop. Kills that drop to the 50, baby. Yeah. For real? For real, baby girl? No. Let me squeeze the chart a little bit more because I want to see that nasty drop. Drop, drop, drop. Squeeze the chart. Squeeze the chart. See that drop, baby girl. Yeah, 2 minutes. Oh, that's dangerous. If that drop doesn't happen in the next 20 seconds, then run. Drop, 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 drop. You know you can do it. Squeeze that chart a little bit more, baby girl. And that nasty drop, 50. Collect some contracts from the 50. Big boys want that 50 getting hit. Come on. You know you can do it. Drop, 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 drop. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now you can do it. Yep, 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 yep. Drop, drop, drop. Keep going, baby girl. Now you can do it. 1, 2, 3, baby girl. Now you can take a beautiful, beautiful drop. Yes, take some souls today. Take some souls. Take some souls, baby girl. Yes. Good, 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 baby girl.
Those buyers are continuing to jump in buys on the pullback.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy to believe, but yeah, that's the way the retail trader trades. Yeah. Drop, drop, drop. Yeah, you know you can do it. There's 1 more minute. Yes. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job, baby girl. Nicely done.
This is one of those, it's like I'm just expecting it to break at this point because this is like the 4th time we're coming down here, 5th time. Like,
I think so too. Worst case scenario here is a nasty rejection from the 50. But it's there. It's there.
yeah, I don't see why it shouldn't, but I mean, yeah, if it rejects again, it's just annoying. Because I want to see a break to like even the 45 today, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully that 45 can be really nice. 40, Matthew, is the target for the daily. If we manage to close below that 50. The problem here is that, man, it can take until the 10 a.m. candle to get there, and you know it can be crazy. It can become crazy range sometimes. Yeah. Okay, that candle right there closes strong, beautiful, strong, healthy candle. 27. Yeah, I mean, up to this area, no more than that. Yeah. This this support right here is something that I want to see that massive drop. Yeah, let's go for more, baby girl. I know you have that juice in your veins. Come on, I know you can do it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, baby girl.
Fucking gone for when she's gone.
Yeah, hopefully give us that close below
God.
that 50. Yeah.
I entered a bit late. Now I'm worried.
Juice.
Yeah, I want this 15 close under this area, and the next one we just go. But
yeah,
if it doesn't do that, I'll probably close most of my position.
Come on, 48.
This was a fake support. Looks like.
I can't close
This-
anything. I sold my house on this one.
Guys, NYSE just called me and told me that they're aiming for their targets in Friday low, so watch out.
Cool. If we can make it to retest that daily support canary, man, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. Beautiful. Wow. And then you'll be like, wow. Why that drop happen? Critical point in here. I don't want to pay attention to this rejection, but yeah, I want to pay attention to these rejections here. Drop. Give me some more. Some juice, baby girl. That's the way, baby girl. Yes. Beautiful, baby girl. You're behaving good with Papi today. Nice. Guys, secure
45.
some. Yeah, secure some. Let the rest run and enjoy the ride. Not everybody can manage to do the things that we do on a daily basis here. So say thank you to the market. Give thanks to God. We did good today. Yeah, that's the 50 there. 50 can give you two things. Nasty break, like literally 50 pips there to the 45 in 1 5 minute, or it can give you a nasty rejection. Not having a closing below that 50 can be a bad idea holding that trade. We had fun today. Oh, really nice and easy session after nasty range, but we managed to play the range like champions. Holy. And it's really nice to see the markets playing, play by play, right? Candle by candle, doing the things that you're supposed to do. So it's really nice. Yeah. Now at this point, what I will do is have my stop losses on top of that candle right there. Yeah. Just to avoid a crazy move from that 50. Let me close 50% in here. Yeah. I regret closing my 1857 position. Oh shoot. You closed it completely, this one. The 57, holy. Well, I mean, you did good though. You can't complain. Profits is profits. Don't worry, we'll get more tomorrow, hopefully. Will it be dumb to enter if a candle close below the 50 and next candle breaks target in 45? No, It's not that dumb. Your risk reward, look at the candle here. The candle didn't give you that close. Maximum, always remember to measure the candle right there. Maximum push at that point will be this area right here. If that candle is giving you a push here and then breaking its own low, you know, go for it. Then 17 pips, maybe risking whatever at the break of that candle right there, breaking to the high of that candle. This is the first 1 minute, right? Maybe risking 10 pips, whatever. It's okay. You know, don't do it like a 1 or 2% risking 10 pips. Do fix lot, maybe risking 0.5, and that 0.5 can give you the option to aim for that continuation, right? You will be surprised, even using a 0.25, that can give you a 1 or a 1% based on the risk reward, risking 10 pips and then aiming for whatever. That's the high of the candle right there. At this point, if it's giving you a rejection from the 50, that candle will need to break that high. Other than that, no. Yeah, that candle right there is giving you rejection from the 50. The main idea here is staying below that 51. Really quick, remember this is 51 or more than that. And the 5-minute candle here didn't give us that close below. It's okay to push to the 51 or more than that. I can consider, I mean, do I really need to add a position here? Give me 1 second here. I'll try to add a position if the candle goes to the 51 and rejects. And I will have, you know, literally like 5 pips in the stop loss only, like having an entry somewhere here and having something like this. 1 second there. Let me pull up the 10 seconds candles here.
Kevin, thank you very much for today.
No
I
problem,
better
brother.
call it a day.
Okay, man.
I
Take care,
have
brother.
break even, but you know,
Oh, it's
I
okay.
secured everything on 1850. The losing day, but the last trade worked out, so I better not to push it anymore.
Okay, sounds good, brother.
Yeah.
Call it a day, man. Enjoy today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
No
All
problem,
the
man.
best.
Take
All
care,
right,
brother.
take care. Okay. Bye.
All right, bye-bye. When you see momentum in the market, when you see candles, big ass candles here, big candles, sorry, the terms in there. This candle right here have enough volume. This candle as well. All you need is this candle respecting the high of this candle, respecting the 10 pips above the kilo and giving you a break below that to make it worth it, going for 50 pips more to the downside. Excuse me. But sometimes it's a dangerous situation, especially because we're trading at the specific key levels. 50 is pretty strong. It's pretty strong key level there.
I would happen that will happen sometimes after 10 o'clock, I think. Yeah, that's what I was hoping, but it's a bit early move. That move has moved early.
Yeah. Most stop loss 13 pips, initial 18 pips stop loss, okay? Most to stop loss 8 pips, okay, close 50%. Yeah, roughly, let's say 52, yeah, roughly 18 pips, something like that. 18 pips, so 1-to-1 at that point, that's good. Close another 23, stop loss that be okay. No, sounds good. Sounds Gucci. Sounds really good. If this candle for for any time that you see those moves any other day any other session, if that candle gives you a body closing below that 50, man, that means the bearish pressure is still strong below that key level. Max pullback, still bearish pressure is still there. We may see some sort of range based on what we have from the previous daily. Remember, the main idea here is targeting the daily the low of this daily right here. This is the confirmation of support. If this was a plain and simple pullback on a daily, this candle breaking its own low can give you a nasty move to this area right here. From this area, from the 49 basically to the 47 or the 40 to the 44, 45 area. That would be beautiful to see. But this candle right here closed quite dangerous above the key level. That's why a max pullback is going on. Other than that, man, when the candles are closing below the key levels are massive moves to the downside. That's beautiful candle, sexy candles there. Let's go.
Yeah, that
Let's
was
go for more.
nice.
Yeah, let's go for more, baby girl. I'm glad that I added that position there. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's
Should go now.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Main contention here, 49. You know, and I don't want to count that wick before because that wick doesn't exist. That wick is just plain and simple market opening. So therefore, beautiful, beautiful move. Retest the daily, previous daily. Yeah. Yeah. Nice, 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 nice. What a beautiful day, man. We waited for this move the whole morning until it happened. Beautiful move. Beautiful move, man. I added like 4 positions. Holy fuck, Donnie. Donnie, what's going on, man? You want to become millionaire in one trading session, huh? He wants that Lambo badly, really bad. He wanted that Lambo really bad. Yeah. Man, amazing. Beautiful. Yeah. I guess Tesla is born. Yeah. I mean, something that I don't like about Teslas is that the ability these people have to control your car from a satellite. That's what kind of, you know, it's crazy and crazy stuff happen, right? If somebody managed to hack any satellite from Elon, I guess their security is top of the line. So it's very, I'll say it's pretty dumb to believe that. But if at any given point something like that happened, man, Tesla owners can have a really hard time. It can be a nasty thing, yeah. So that's the only reason.
Hey,
You know,
Kerwin, can you remember that movie? I think Fast and the Furious with the white hair lady that hacked the had beetles falling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I immediately thought about that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, it's crazy, but
It's just
mean-
I like how I can see the chart on my screen.
Oh,
So if I need to go away from my computer, I can still see it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And not paying for gas, obviously.
Trust me, man. I'm every time I pour gas on my truck, it's
$100? Yeah, I knew it.
$100.
Yeah, my friend has like a 350Z Nissan, and he spends like $100 on that small
Oh,
little
he
car.
used premium?
Yeah, he's premium.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Mine is regular, but I mean, still
Oh,
20,
really?
22 gallons every time that I go to the pump.
Jeez.
Man, it's crazy. And the Cadillac is 18 gallons, so it's roughly as well like $80.
It's crazy, bro.
It's crazy, man.
It's so crazy.
Whenever I'm along with you. Now, guys, based on how the hourly candle is looking, right? What do you guys expect on the 10 a.m. candle? You guys expect a heavy reversal, or you guys expect a heavy drop with the 10 a.m.?
Small wick up and then break the lows and continue down.
We might get a pullback to that previous low, like 1851, possibly, and then move away from there.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's a good approach. If I want to have like a 10 a.m. candle, right? If that candle, this candle gives me the body close below that 49, I'll say a new 10 a.m. candle won't do any pullback at that point. It will just give you a straight drop, 20 pips, at least to this area right here. But it will be a straight drop first, and then a possible rejection. But don't try this at home. It's quite dangerous. That candle right there. Because at this point, you don't want to see price breaking that high over there. Now, if price is breaking that high in this 5-minute candle, or even that high over there, means the 10 a.m. candle will be rejecting that 50, and a new 10 a.m. candle can give you a full reversal all the way up to here. Other than that, this candle right here needs to respect that high and closing below that 50. Yeah. Let's see. 4.7, $4. Wow. Here, premium, I mean regular is like 4.80 some places, and some other $5 already regular, and premium is 5.70. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. But Texas is quite cheaper because you know, they have their own stuff right there, so they don't pay much on transport to get that gas delivered. Yeah, Miami is pretty bad in gas currently. I go to Costco and BJ's. I have membership from Costco and BJ's, and Costco is like for last time I went there was like on Thursday, and it was like $4.39. But any other gas station, man, is crazy. It's crazy.
Kerwin.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about your position? I have well, my question is, how did you manage the first pullback from around 1851? Because you said that you short gold around 1855.
That was, yeah, this was the previous positions.
Okay, I have to go and shower for work, so I don't know if you closed that position.
Yes,
or
those
open.
Positions were closed already. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other positions were when price was literally breaking these areas right here. This push, after that push, the push that took me out literally, that I didn't want to trust. Is this push the one that took me out? Yeah, this is the push. Was like, no, I'm gonna close, you know, this position. I was closing that position literally a break even, one of them, and the other one was maybe like 2 pips in loss, but it was a runner. It wasn't a full position. The next positions that I added was 152, 152.42, 152.41, and then the 142.21, which is the last position in this area right here. The last position is 152.41. 1852.41. That's the last position. that's the last position I added. Now I was planning to add another position here. I was like, you know what? I'll wait a little bit more, and I'll see what may happen later with the pullback, right? But I didn't want to risk it for the biscuit. I didn't want to risk it for the biscuit. But this move to the upside was sexy move. The 10 a.m. candle is about 2 more minutes for the 10 a.m. candle to close. Pay attention how that candle will close. This may be the one that I can risk. Maybe. Let me see. 1 more minute. I can risk maybe 10 pips on that position to the 50, and it can be an impulsive move. When that candle, I will wait for the candle to close, and opening maybe a small position there with a predetermined 10 pips stop loss there, no more than the 51. The 10 a.m. candle needs to give me a straight move down if that candle managed to close below that 50. But if the candle doesn't close below the 50, I won't be trying anything in there.
And if you don't mind sharing, how much did you risk on your last position?
On the last position, I will say like I wasn't risking more than 1%.
Okay.
Yeah, and the stop loss at that point was basically on top of the previous rejection. On these previous rejections there. No, this is the position. This is the position, and my stop loss predetermined, because at that point when I'm entering, I'm not having, okay, that's the 10 candle there. Yeah, I just enter now with a 11 pips stop loss there. I just entered now with the 10 a.m. candle. So my stop loss was literally predetermined. Stop loss was in this area right here. I was like, yeah, if price is already giving me that break, what's the worst thing that can happen? This is a support candle right there, rejecting that low and giving me a break above. No, I will have fun. Let me
Yes.
be
The
careful
10
here.
a.m.
Yeah,
candle
this
doing
is the
the
10
moves.
a.m. candle. Drop, 47.53, baby girl. 1 second here. Yeah, now my stop loss is literally less than 4 pips. Yeah, good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, good. Freaking delay. Yeah, good. Secure some. This is a classic one. Yeah, I enjoyed the day. I won't be taking more trades at this point. Nah, enjoyed the day, guys. If that trade goes to the 40s, I mean, God is good. Hallelujah, But other than that, no, just call it a day. That's the
Hey,
daily.
Kerwin.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Weren't you a bit worried that it closed above 50?
No, not at that point, because the pullback, here's the thing. That's a good question though. Because this is the push, right? This is the last minute of the candle. And look at the 10 a.m. candle. What is the thing that I wanted to see on that 10 a.m. candle? Not
Not
upward.
upward.
The 10 a.m. candle, if this was a candle right there that gave me that support supposedly, this candle didn't have any business trading below that 49 right there. So therefore, 20 pips to the downside, quite easy.
Okay.
Yeah. You need to pay attention to all the time frames. Like I said, this is a previous daily low. So, don't be greedy. Secure some, let the rest run, enjoy the day, give thanks to God, be nice to others and enjoy the day. It's a process. You don't think that those things are gonna be easy on a daily basis. No, it's not. It's not the case. We may get punished sometimes selling the bottom of the dailies, but today we have plenty of confirmations. That's why it was easy. It was easy. Buying gold today was quite a risky move. And to honestly, all we needed was a continuation to the downside from the carryover from the orders of Friday. And you will be surprised how people who may be taking buys earlier on be saying, "Oh, but this is the carryover for the orders from Friday. I knew they will happen." And then why you were buying? But it is what it is, right? We wanted that move, we got it, and we have to call it a day. I have to call it a day.
Kerwin.
Yeah, man.
The reason I joined this group was because I like how you analyze the trades so you can re-enter after you took one trade. And I want to ask you, what mindset is the right mindset to approach the market with that perspective? Because I was in the mindset of taking first 10 pips and call it today, not mining if the market after gave like a runner for 50 pips, like saying like it's okay, no problem. But I think obviously the greed is not my first motivation, but I want to have the right mindset to approach the market so I can take advantage of those moves.
Okay. So what is my approach after taking one trade or two trades with 10 pips or whatever, or how
Yes.
do you need to approach to consider holding positions or adding positions to winning trades?
Yes, for example, today you had a winning trade that closed at break even. Well, the runner closed at break even, and you could say like, okay guys, let's call it a day and see you tomorrow. But you decided to stay. Like, what mindset is the right, or why did you decide it?
Because I'm up for the day and I see that the continuation to the downside is pretty easy. If I had to call it a day, go ahead with my day and I miss the move, I'll be pissed off with myself. Because I remember, I've been trading gold for more than 2 years already. And I know when it's worth it to stay, and I know when it is not worth it to stay. Like we said it this morning, buys doesn't make sense. All we need is a push, fake moves, the confirmation of resistance, and go from there. And that's basically what we had the entire morning. And the information is there. Every day is the same. You know, market will give you the same moves over and over again. If you take one trade, 2 trades, maybe 3 trades, and we're losing trades and you're down for the day because you waste your bullets early in the session, then call it a day. And when the moves happen, if you don't have experience to start entering or chasing moves like that, then you need to be really careful. But if you know what gold stands to do late in the session, following the continuation from London session, from the previous daily candle, why not staying a little bit longer and wait for confirmations, and then you start planning your trades again? Like literally, you wasn't here. You may consider to watch the replay later on. But when this candle, this is my candle of resistance, confirmation of resistance. Saw this candle pulling up to here, and I was kind of full margin that thing. I didn't full margin because I never heard that the meta quotes, you know, giving me that sound when you cannot add more positions there because your leverage is not there anymore. But I was literally full margin in this thing, like 5 positions, something like that. Right? It's worth it for me, risking maybe 4 or 5% in this area when I have it so easily to trade that 5%. But like I said, this is something that you don't want to trade at home. You don't want to be trading like that on a daily basis when you're not under supervision from somebody that can tell you the truth. If I'm telling you, don't look for buys on gold, you know, be careful. This candle right here was the main candle that gave us that idea. This candle right here. After that candle closed with a rejection and the body of the candle no more than the 50%, this candle right there gave you the idea. Okay, we're not, you know, we're not going up anymore. Maybe range, maybe retest to the bottom of the previous area in here, or maybe toward this area right here, but it's not worth it looking for buys. You know, it's not worth it because that daily candle from yesterday gave you from Friday gave you that beautiful close. It gave you that beautiful close from a bearish move. So what it tends to happen is the carryover for the orders. The 4-hour candle, you move to the next time frame there. The 4-hour candle from London. What's the idea here? If a fake out happen, will be from the key level there, or maybe the daily high. The daily high is this one right here. That candle right there. After the daily high is not being respected, that candle had a beautiful job to give you that continuation at least 20 pips above that daily high. Instead of that candle right there, start reversing 13 pips, and the body of the candle closing below that, you know, with a rejection. But why not giving you that rejection? Since then, this is your daily high. This is the high for the session. You start shorting gold following the direction from the previous daily candle. And what London candle's telling you, London volume is really important. We started breaking from top to bottom, from the higher to the lowest time frame possible, this move right here. Before it happened, we started breaking that move. So, you know, and as the time progress in this group, it's okay if you don't take trades on a daily basis. You just watch because you say, no, man, I don't like this move. No, I don't like this range. But you know, and it's okay. It's a learning process. Don't think it's gonna be an easy job for you to spot those trades before they happen if you don't have enough experience at certain timings in the market. The same, I'm not expecting people to master the way that gold behaves during New York session if they are trading London, if they're trading Asian session, because your brain can easily get confused with this specific setup if it's happening during Asian session and you think, oh, this is the move that is happening at the break of that hourly candle low, let's go for it. And it's different. Market behaves quite different from session to session. But if you give it a time, if you give it at least 2-3 months, I'm pretty sure that after you have seen those moves over and over again, you'll say, this is the move that I'm expecting today. This morning, I think 90%, 99% of us agreed that buys didn't make sense on gold. All we wanted was sells. What is then the stuff that we needed for the sells? The confirmation of resistance, the resistance, the fake out, and the confirmation of resistance. So yeah. Oh, by the way, whoever is using FTMO funded accounts,
let me know, let us know what is the best funded account that you guys have ever had. I'm getting a lot of DMs asking about what firm of FTMO of funding accounts is good to trade. So, you know, or drop in the general chat, because I some people are asking about what is the best in my DMs. I would say like 6 different guys asking about the funding programs. So let me know what is the best, or drop in the chat. Drop in the chat. Forex fund. Okay. Okay, Forex fund. Sounds Gucci. Yeah, if the person asking about the funding programs are here still, there you have your answer. Forex fund.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Drop, drop, drop. Yeah, 1 more minute. This is the 5-minute candle closing right now. Literally like a nothing candle, like a range. MFF. What is MFF? Market fluidity fund?
My Forex funds.
Oh, my Forex fund. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yes, I've used them, but I've not actually passed any challenge. But their overall drawdown is around 12% and delayed drawdown 5%.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, not being funded for now. Want to
Okay.
trade live money and gain experience and emotions. Just learn everything before going for then.
Okay. I know that funding talent firm, they ran, right? They ran out from with people's money. Oh, they're still around. My funding talent. Think a friend of mine, Sasha, I think he was using funding talent. But they still around? They're from Canada. Oh, okay, yeah. Funding talent is gone. Okay. Yeah, I remember those girls from Market Fluidity. I mean, from the streamings on New Year session. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at this point, I'm gonna stop the recording so the recording doesn't